What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another live stream. I am back. I haven't been live in a minute. I know life has just been crazy lately. But as of right now, we're getting ready for meal prep for tomorrow. Cooking dinner tomorrow. Stir fry. So right now we gotta cut up the vegetables. We gotta let them marinate. Why? I feel like the oven's on. The oven is not on. But yeah, as of right now, that's what we're doing. Move this paper towel. Hey, how's it going? Damn, y'all know how onions make it. Onions make you cry, but man. Good, what about you? I'm doing good. Besides these onions. Holy shit. I swear, onions make me cry like a kid in a candy store that can't get what he wants. What am I making today? I'm getting ready for dinner tomorrow. Making American stir fry. The vegetables have to marinate overnight, and these onions are getting to me. How's everyone been? I know it's been a while since I've been on live. Dayton. Yo, what's up, Landon? Dayton. You cannot be the Dayton that I'm thinking of. There's no way in hell. Finn, how's it going? Well, I'm gonna go keep grinding those onions. Yeah. Shit hurts. Got peppers and corn left. How's everyone been? You know, it's been a minute since I've been on live. What y'all been up to? Going to work for a buddy of mine. That's good, that's good. How's that going? That's good. Come on now. How are you? I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. You know, life's been hitting me, but you know, y'all get through it. I have to go and text my girlfriend. I appreciate you for stopping in, man. I will be live tomorrow doing this. Hey, how's it going? What you up to? How's everyone been? You know, it's been a minute since I've been live. You know, life's been, being life. Unexpected. Things happen, things change. Hey, how's it going? Welcome back. Welcome back. You didn't miss much. What am I cooking? I'm not cooking anything tonight. That will be tomorrow's live stream. I'm just getting ready for dinner tomorrow. It's gonna be American stir fry. And I say it's American because, well, I don't know, I just feel like I use a lot of untraditional seasonings for a stir fry in more of an American way. I guess you could just call it stir fry. I'm gonna have to go again because I have to get up early. He is picking me up, and his girlfriend is coming with us. I don't know who he is, but I understand. Hope you have a good night, though. Thank you for coming by. You know, tomorrow we're gonna be cooking everything. I just can't stop dropping stuff. I'll join the chat tomorrow night. Alright. Looking forward to seeing you there. Thank you again for stopping by. It's always a pleasure. Alright. Now that we got that taken care of, paper plates. Kind of get this to go down. No, always expect that to happen. Okay, so what we are doing, or what we are adding, I should say. If I can find the rest of what I'm looking for. Is So what we're doing is now we season the vegetables so that they can marinate overnight and everything can really soak into the vegetables. I love your music, bro. Thank you very much. We marinate everything overnight so the juices can soak in, or not the juices, the seasonings can soak into the vegetables. Really brings out the flavor when you cook them. So I mean, it's just basic salt, pepper, garlic powder, oregano leaves, Cajun powder, and what I consider to make it the American stir fry is the, can I even say this on YouTube? The Worcestershire sauce, as it's been going around. So basically what's going to happen is we're going to start out with a little bit of the, or not a little bit, nice healthy dose, you know, over everything. You're going to make sure everybody gets a splash. All right. Get that nice and covered. And you're going to come in with your salt and pepper. Just a light sprinkle of the salt. Pepper, same thing, you know, just a couple passes. Garlic powder. Please tell me this is not opened. Okay. Probably should have opened this before I did the live, but that's okay. It just gives you guys the full experience. So once you got your Worcestershire sauce, your salt, pepper, and come in with a little bit of garlic powder. This one, you don't need too much, you know, just a sprinkle, I should say. The Cajun powder. This one, you actually do kind of have to measure out. I want to say, do like 2 or 3 teaspoons. 2 or 3 teaspoons of it should be good. This teaspoon, yeah. Okay. There you go. I think 2 should be good. So once you got all your dry seasonings in, and your Worcestershire sauce. Oh wait, I forgot the oregano leaves. The oregano. You know, I've learned this. This little thing right here, if you twist it, takes all the shaking out of the thing. So you just turn it upside down. Give it a few twists, and there you go. You got a nice seasoning of oregano. Thought that was pretty cool. Then you're gonna put all your seasonings back so your mama doesn't get mad at you, or girlfriend, wife, fiance, whoever you live with. You can clean up your kitchen. Okay, now with all of that in there, you're gonna come in with a nice big spoon. You're gonna mix it all together, just so that everybody can get a taste of what's going on in the bowl. Oh yeah. And don't be afraid if some corn and onion comes flying out. Be right back. You know what? You guys never gotta be too shy. You can never be too shy with your seasonings. Actually, you can be. But what's gonna happen is I'm gonna splash a little more of this on there, just so everybody that was on the bottom is now on top. And then what you guys are gonna do is you're gonna let this sit in the fridge overnight, covered in saran wrap. Let everything marinate, soak, and really let those flavors soak in. There we go. Now everything is nice and evenly distributed. Yes, I meant to say that wrong. You're gonna grab your Great Value plastic wrap. Nothing sponsored, by the way. Just to throw that out there. This stuff's always sticking together, which is one of the reasons I don't like it, but it gets the job done. So once you get everything nice and sealed up, you're gonna want to throw that in the fridge overnight. Look at that. Look at all that. Now I'm gonna clean up the wife's kitchen. Because if you don't clean up the wife's kitchen, you're sleeping on the couch tonight. Actually, she did tell me if you leave my kitchen a mess, you're sleeping on the couch, so let's go ahead and clean up, shall we? I think we should. Peekaboo. All right. I know the kitchen is not. Oh, I know the kitchen is not quite clean yet, but need to see something real quick. Oh shit! What's that? That's my coffee. I gotta make my coffee for the morning. All right. So how's everybody been today? If anybody is new here, please go check out the music, you know. I know I make a lot of content too, but go check out the music, you know. I've heard it doesn't disappoint. I can't speak for myself because me personally, I know I could do better. But we're working on it. We are working on it. So but nah, go listen to the music. Tell me if you fuck with it. You know, go ahead and subscribe. You know, you gotta subscribe. You gotta show the love. You gotta, you know. I say you gotta show the love. You don't gotta do anything. I can't tell you what to do. I'm not your mama. I'm not your daddy. But I'd love if you did go and subscribe. You know, you could turn on notifications. You know, I go live. I haven't gone live as much as I used to, but I'm gonna try and do more. I'm gonna try and hop back on that grind. I'm gonna try not to disappoint y'all. Alright, we're gonna leave this here to charge. And we're gonna go finish cleaning. Anybody who's been here before, you know that I'm not in my Conjuring basement anymore. That's because I moved. So that's been one of the updates in my life, is moving. See, and here's the thing, you know, you guys got a bunch of artists who, you know, they'll go live. They don't really read chat, you know, they don't really interact with the people in their live. I'm not like that, you know, like I wanna talk to y'all. I wanna, you know, interact with y'all as much as I can. And I'm gonna try and do that more. You know, I'll admit I've been slacking. But, you know, whenever I am in the live, you know, whenever I am live, period, I talk to y'all. Because you guys, if you were to ask me, my fan base, y'all are like my second family. You know, I'm not a big artist, you know, I'm not, you know, super known. But, you know, the little bit of fans, or the little, you know, I guess, support from fans that I do have, I love, you know, each and every one of you. You guys are my motivation. You guys, you know, keep me going. And I love y'all for that. So, we got our vegetables chilling in the fridge. We're gonna stay there overnight until we cook them tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're gonna cut up the chicken and then throw it in there with the vegetables and cook them all up together. I'm gonna throw in some rice. I think we got rice. We better have rice. Yep, right there. So we got rice. But right now, y'all, I think it's snack time, you know. I think a snack is well deserved. We're gonna grab a couple cookies. I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna chill with y'all. Eat these cookies and then we're gonna call it a night, just for tonight. And I will be back tomorrow, way earlier than tonight, because, you know, I was upstairs, I was just chilling until I remembered I had to, you know, do all this. Completely slipped my mind. So, but I want to talk to y'all, like, you know, so let's talk. Who wants to start a conversation? is anybody willing to start a conversation, I should say. Oh, and I gotta make coffee for the morning. So I'm gonna do that real quick. So in your song Through the Fire, how exactly did you survive the fire? So Through the Fire, I wrote when I had made a really big comeback through my mental health, through just life in general, and it just, making it through the fire was, I made it through the hell that was my mental health, what I was dealing with, what I was struggling with. And, I let that affect my music, which is why I said, they asked me where I've been up inside the lab, because, I've been, people ask me, where did you go? Why aren't you making music? And I was working on music, but I was also struggling with everything I was dealing with, which is why I also said, I'm back up on the mic. I wasted no more time, because I'm not wasting time anymore. I was down, I was out. Now it's time to get back on the grind that I was on for so long. But no, Through the Fire was just my comeback story. I needed something inspirational, out of the normal, from my normal, addiction, PTSD, anxiety, depression. I needed to come back positive. I took a break, so I needed to come back on a positive note. And my producer, the guy who made the beat, Pink Kitty, he was like, I got this beat for you, I really think it'll help, or he didn't say it'll help, he said, I think it'll be good for what you're looking for. So he played it, I loved it, and yeah, it just kind of went from there, took off. I started writing a few verses, and then just everything came out. And it's crazy to me that you can take that time away to be with yourself and whatnot, and you can hop back on the mic, you can hop back on a beat like you never skipped anything. So That's where Through the Fire kind of came from. That was a good question. I like that. Fire, literally. I mean, the fire was more or less like the mental fire. But, I mean, essentially, yeah. Having all A's through the fire. Having all A's through the fire was, I'm talking about the grind that I've been on. You know, I was just sitting there writing. I played the beat over and over, and pretty much whatever came to mind is what I put down. All A's, no B's. It's exactly what I was saying, you know, like, I stayed on my grind, but, you know, I had to do it for myself, not for the music. And I was also, one second. When I said all A's, no B's, when I said, all A's, no B's, I'm Curry from the three. Yeah, 100%, that's my accuracy, is because my accuracy with, how do I put this? I would say my accuracy with how easily I came back into music was unmatched, at least for me. Like I said, came back like I never missed anything, like I never skipped a beat. So in the end, Through the Fire is a mixture of a motivational, little bit of a party, because I did party a lot through that time, and just kind of like that hyped up beat, you know. Through the Fire, I wanted that to be the song people can listen to and be like, it gets you pumped up, you know, and pumped up, ready for the day, and you can enjoy the vibe, honestly. That's what I'm all about too, is the vibes. What is the song Real Love about? Man, Real Love is about a breakup, a really bad one. I was pretty much just led on for so long. I was led on. People told me, like, this isn't good, like, you shouldn't be in this relationship, but I didn't listen. And that's why I was saying, like, I want something that's real. Like, I want to know that the love I'm giving is what I'm receiving. And it had been a minute since I had actually had that real love, you know. So it was just about a breakup that I went through, a really bad one, and how I was so blinded to something I thought was real but ended up just being fake and burning me in the end. What's my opinion on King Von? Absolutely love him. I would say he's pretty underrated, you know, like, he turns, yes, okay. Yes, okay. He's perceived as a criminal, a thug, you know, murderer, demon of the streets. He's perceived as this throughout the entire rap community. But you gotta see how he turned everything he had been through, everything he had done, into a literal story, and that's just lyrical genius. And King Von does not get the credit that he deserves from other rappers. Yes, other drill rappers, they talk about Von. They say, like, he was a great person. And he was a great person, you know? He, you know, he was a dad. Had a kid. Or, did he have 1 or 2 kids? I don't even remember. But King Von, overall great dude. I wish I could have met him. Police said he watching me every day. They clocking me. Yep. Armed and dangerous. And see, that song right there is exactly my point. He could tell a story. And he could tell a story as if you were right there with him. What is your opinion on super seniors? I mean, I don't really have one, you know? Some people are just really bad at school and whatnot. You know, so even senior year when they're like, I gotta lock in, I don't know, their brain just works differently and they couldn't lock in. So they had to get held back. Now there are some people who are super seniors and they just didn't care. So, I mean, I can't necessarily form an opinion on them. I'm glad you locked in on the grade rather than the freshman. I mean, yeah. But no, super seniors, it's a very wide variety. You know, people have their reasons. Some just didn't care, some just, you know, rather partied their way through senior year. Like, this is senior year, I gotta do the most I can for the memories. And then they just end up falling behind. And then, like I said, there's people who they just couldn't lock in because the way their brain is wired. I'm not saying they're special or anything. I'm just saying, you know, they struggle. And I'm that way. I'm trying not to become a super senior, but I'm that way. You know, I struggle learning and whatnot. Don't message minors. I'm 17, man, but no. I got my girlfriend. She's same age as me. And I'm chilling. You gotta stay loyal. That goes for all over the age of 18. Yeah, that's a case you don't want. to the, yeah, 6, 7. I cannot keep hearing that. I hear it all day, and it just makes me want to go crazy. I noticed that thematic detail as well. I hear it so often every day. It makes me want to put myself in a psych ward. The intrusive thoughts that I have. Yeah, I just want to Swiss cheese anybody. Like, I don't like it. How many times a day? 6 or 7 times. No, I think today alone, I heard it probably close to 30. What flavor you got? It's cherry Coke ice. Pretty good. I decided I wanted to try a new flavor, and I told them to surprise me. And they got me good. I'd go for bacon. I've never tried bacon. I don't think I want to. I love bacon. I don't think I want to smoke it. Ooh. Can you do me a favor after the stream? Can you search for Incredible Gassy? It's a new vape cartridge that's peak, genuinely gas. I will look that up. I will look it up. I'm always down for suggestions. But where I live, everything's overly taxed. Like, this little thing was probably close to 30 bucks. I mean, it's a dual tank, so like you can take this out, right? Take off the mouthpiece and switch it. So I mean, I could see why it was that much, but I still think that's extremely overpriced. What part of Chicago are you from? I'm from Southside, but I recently moved out of Chicago. Have you seen shootings in Chicago? I've seen shootings. I've been in shootouts. I told myself once I hit 100, or not 100, once I hit 1,000 on YouTube at least, I will give most of my story. Everything I've seen, everything I've been through. Not everything, but a lot of it. you gonna make a song about it? I mean, I've tried, and I've just ended up scrapping the song just because it doesn't match my flow. You know, I rap on a lot of melodic beats. I would say my top two inspirations are Juice WRLD and NF, just because I deal with addictions, clearly, with PTSD, anxiety, depression, you know, suicidal thoughts. I deal with all of this, so I feel like they match my flow a whole lot more. But maybe in the future, who knows? I might find a beat that fits perfectly and, you know, be able to go from there. I swear this is the slowest coffee maker ever. And I needed my coffee in the morning. What sports do you do? I played football. That's been my main sport for a long time, is football. Didn't get the chance to play this year. I was just ineligible. But last year I played middle linebacker, which, yes, I know, crazy for my size. Obviously, like, this sweatshirt makes me look bigger than I am. But I'm fast and I'm agile, so I brought that to the linebackers, despite my size. What's your opinion on the... I honestly don't know anything about that. What's it about? A singer named was accused of having a body of a 15-year-old in the back of his car. Well then, I'm gonna have to look into that. The police have raided his home and seized some of his property. I'm gonna have to look into that, because I haven't heard anything about that. That he dated and paid her friends and family to be hush about it. Never heard about any of that. Alright. I've been holding it in, but not only that, but he released some of his songs on her birthday. He also had matching tattoos with her. That's crazy. I've been holding it. I gotta use the bathroom, so give me like 3 to 5 minutes. What's been going on? More like 6-7 minutes. Nah, we're back. I missed a step. Oh. Yo, before you go, what is your opinion on DeKalb, Illinois? Actually, that's where I just moved from. I lived in DeKalb for my junior year. So when I lived in Chicago, I lived there in middle school. And then for high school, I've just been moving around. So DeKalb, I lived there last year. It's a great town. I love it. You know, a lot of my homies are there. So DeKalb, Illinois, definitely a good town. Never boring. Did you do any sports there? That's where I played football. When you are older, are you going back to Chicago? Probably not, just because I got my girl and I don't really want to bring her into all that. So I probably will not be going back to Chicago.
Oh, jeez.
Jesus.
What are you doing downstairs?
I was looking in the laundry room.
For?
One of my shirts.
Shouldn't be anything in the laundry room.
I didn't see it, so I'm checking my basket.
Can you make sure all the lights are shut off down there?
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep. Oh, shit. I didn't see the light on. Turn off the coffee maker. Thank you. No one. Thank you.
Right. Okay, I'm gonna catch the bus.
Okay. Currently living with my grandma, so that's her I was talking to. But if I may ask, what is the lore on Pink Kitty? Pink Kitty, he is my producer. What type of sports teams does DeKalb have? I ain't from there. They have a lot. Football, soccer, baseball,
badminton, tennis, golf, swim. I think they have lacrosse, volleyball, basketball, if I didn't say that already. Yes, they do have bowling. Take the longest hit you can. Just blinkered. When you're releasing your next song, I'm currently working on it. My mic's broken right now, so I gotta get a new mic, or I just get an adapter for my headset so I can do that. What's your opinion on Elden Ring? Never played it. I'm not really into like those types of games. I don't know, they just never interest me. What games you play? I play Call of Duty, GTA. I play Fortnite every now and then when I'm really bored. I play Madden. I don't really be playing games that much. I like to get out and skate. I play Forza, Need for Speed. Play Madden hard. That's what's up, man. Oh, fuck. Where's my bag at? I'm gold. I don't really play online. I don't either. I feel like online's just pointless. I'd rather play against a computer. What team you use? The Rams. I was born and raised a Rams fan, so I'm diehard Los Angeles. Rams are fair. Me personally, I'm a Packers fan. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't fuck with the Packers. And see, like I say, I'm not saying Jordan Love is bad. I just think their coaching staff needs a lot of work. Especially defense. Like, their defensive coordinator he needs work, man. I did see in tonight's game, Cincinnati versus Denver, that Sean Payton is back coaching. That still blows my mind. Like, Sean Payton, legendary Saints coach, is back coaching for Denver as of this year. Matt LaFleur is one of the best head coaches in the league, in my opinion. He's a good coach. I do like his coaching. He pushes his players like extremely hard. You got any ops? Hella. I got hella. I wouldn't necessarily say they're all dangerous. Like, I would say a lot of them are too scared to do anything. If I'm gonna be completely honest, they talk over a screen and behind a keyboard. Like, any from Chicago or any other school? Not really any from Chicago. I had all of them taken care of. That's about all I can say. But from other schools, yeah, DeKalb, I would say, is the most. Oh wait, I just saw you said, are those jelly beans? No, it's bud. It is grass. YouTube, do not demonetize me for this. This is actually oregano. So. Were you just a chill guy and people were assholes? Pretty much. I mean, I'm an overall chill dude. It's just, if you piss me off or you rub me the wrong way, I can be a dick. I'm gonna go now, but good talking to you. Yeah, I think I'm gonna hop off too. I gotta get ready for tomorrow. It was great talking to y'all. This is by far the most interactive live I've had. And I love just coming in here and talking to y'all, so I appreciate everybody. Have you heard of the baffling Blumpy technique? No, I haven't. But be sure to tell me that tomorrow when I'm live. Because I really gotta get ready for tomorrow. So, but I really do appreciate everybody for popping in. I appreciate, shout out Firewall and Southern Hillbilly. Y'all have made this live so much better than any of my others. So, but with that being said, I'm gonna take another hit because why not? And Blumpkins for everyone. Alright. I appreciate everybody for popping in. Be on the lookout for new music. Like I said, I'm working on some new stuff. So, appreciate y'all, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.